today I'm going to make a small charcoal maker. Why do I need charcoal? I plan to do an experiment with biochar for the garden. I plan to make a wood preservative that uses charcoal. And I have a small blacksmithing forge project I'd like to do, and I'd like to make my own charcoal for that. So I'm going to start with a small charcoal maker. If later I decide I need greater quantities, I'll build a bigger one. So anyhow, this is a very simple process. I'm going to start with this popcorn tin here. This is going to drill some holes around the bottom, and then I'm going to fill it full of wood and fire it up, let it burn for a while, let it burn down a good bit, and then smother it out with this old popcorn tin. Okay? So let me just point out before I get any farther that this is what a popcorn tin looked like in the 1990s. This is what a popcorn tin looks like this year, to Christmas 2023-24. This is an older popcorn tin from about 3 years ago. As you can see, every year it gets smaller and smaller. I always save my popcorn tins, so I saved a few of these. Naturally, the bigger this burning can be relative to the smothering can, the more charcoal I can make. This one will still work, but if you can find a larger one to put inside, this is the one we're actually going to be using for our burn. As you can see, I've drilled holes all around it, which is what I'm going to do with this popcorn tin we're starting with today. So the only reason I need to show you this is to show you that how easy it is using an ordinary 3/8 inch drill. I come up about 1 inch into the above the bottom rim and just okay. I'll come up and do another one about every 1.5 inches, 2 inches apart. This is to let air get in to help the fire catch. Alright, so you can see how easy it is to drill holes in this ordinary tin using a 3/8 inch standard drill that is in most common drill bit sets. So, like I said, this will work, but I want to make a greater quantity. So let's use this one. You can tell I have already used this for a few burns. Show you what I do here. I get some wood. We've had a lot of ash trees dying in this particular area, so I cut up the deadfall so it's already good and dry. This is as big a chunk of wood as you would want to use. You wouldn't want to use bigger than this because it would not completely turn to carbon by the time you finish smothering the fire. So anyhow, I put down a couple of pieces of wood. Very difficult to get it to light, to stay lit, so I like to be generous with my newspaper. So wad up some newspaper, put down in the bottom, wad up some more, put down in the bottom, good layer of newspaper, then more small chunks of wood. Again, I just took a piece of ash and did several cross cuts in the wood. Here are some smaller limbs. This is probably a much better cut to use for our project here. So I'll put a few of those smaller chunks in. Then get some more newspaper. Plenty of newspaper is required to make sure this catches up. Stuck in some more paper, then another layer of wood. That's a good sized disc. Smaller the better. Perfect. thought Another piece of newspaper. Try to make sure that it touches the layer below it so that fire can travel. Then more wood. This last piece of newspaper you want to put in so that you've got something sticking up to light. Okay. And then I'll add a few more pieces. Now, as the fire is burning early on, you can add wood for a while as it catches up. Okay, I'll add a few more pieces when we actually get to burning, but this is a good start. So we'll light this up, let it go for about half hour, 35-40 minutes, and then when it starts to get reduced, when it gets to be about half, 2/3 of the can remaining, we'll just snuff it out with this pot, and then we'll look the next day and see how it carburized the charcoal. Okay, this is a day after when it's pretty good weather to burn, so I've lit this on fire, and I'm going to let it burn down for about half an hour. When it's down to about 2/3 the level that it is right now, I'll smother it out with this one. Once you have charcoal, if you have trouble getting to catch up, you can use a little bit of your previous charcoal, maybe a handful, in with your newspaper to help your wood fire to catch up. So I believe this is ready to smother. Ordinarily I would just push dirt around the bottom, but it is so muddy today, I'm just going to have to kick mud around the bottom to snuff this out. But anyhow, I think it's ready. Be careful about putting your hands on this tin once you've had it on there for a while, because it will burn you. Okay. Next day, we'll see how the charcoal is used. So first, just pull off the cover. Watch your hands with that. And here we have our charcoal. Very light, crumbly, just perfect. So good load of charcoal to use in my forge, or to make some biochar, or to make some wood preservative.